Today marks 50 years since a tsunami crashed into Port Alberni, changing the city forever and the people who live there. It was March 27, 1964, when an earthquake off Alaska sent tidal waves rushing down the Pacific coast. CTV's Yvonne Raymond takes a look back.
In 1964, emergency strikes Port Alberni.
One of my friends, the reason he knew about it, because his kids started to cry because the water was coming into their beds.
We ended up staying at a person's house with a whole bunch of people who were evacuated from the community.
They escape rising floodwater.
Probably about 13 to 15 people in the car. The water was over the headlights, so my dad was actually sitting on the top of the car with a flashlight.
Visiting her childhood home today, Teresa Kingston remembers her 8-year-old self, a girl caught in a midnight tsunami 50 years ago.
I remember worried about whether the Easter Bunny would find us.
Not only did the water come rushing in, carrying all the logs and debris and everything, but it went rushing out, and the whole estuary was just basically dry. So it was these massive surges, not so much like what you think of a wall of water. 3
waves came roaring down the Alberni Inlet, the aftermath of a 9.2 earthquake in Alaska.
Property damage, huge. Estimates range between $5 and $10 million in 1964 dollars. Apparently 55 buildings were total write-offs, and I think it was around 400 that were affected overall.
All my friends who had their cars parked along the river, they all got brand new automobiles. So after that, we all parked our cars in the same spots.
No lives were lost in Port Alberni, but the lessons have been huge.
The damage that was done meant that the city workers, as well as these outside agencies, started building a system of dikes and water control systems to take care of something like this in the future.
When that event happened 50 years ago, there was no official warning, and I believe very limited capacity to warn residents that it was happening. It happened at night. Today it's changed a lot. The community is quite well organized, and behind them is a provincial notification system that can provide them with much earlier warnings.
A community that's better prepared today. Yvonne Raymond, CTV News, Port Alberni.